Reading this is what I own myself typed. I'm speaking on my own personal experiences and opinion of Meri Brown. I don't want to discount my siblings' experiences with her though. I don't remember Meri ever being physically abusive to me. She was very emotionally and verbally abusive to all of us when we were younger, until I think we got old enough and she stopped because, I don't know, we were able to fight back or something, I guess. We were just too old for her to continue. I honestly think I got the brunt of it. I think that, and my siblings have told me multiple times that they think that I did receive the worst that she gave. However, I think that we were all affected by her. Now as adults, her and I do both sell LuLaRoe, which is a clothing company. So from time to time, in the professional sense, we do cross each other. We don't really interact, but we're cordial. She's not, nor will she ever be, part of my life, nor my husband's or my kids' lives, because of the trauma I've experienced as a child growing up.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Red Lipstick Reality TV. We're back with another video. And of course, I had to circle back around to Sister Wives because it is Sunday morning when you're catching this, which means tonight, you guys, we will be watching episode 7 of Sister Wives, season 18. I still can't believe we're on season 18. Can you? If you've been watching Sister Wives since season 1, put OG, hashtag OG in the comments, because I'm considering you a Sister Wives OG if you've been watching since season 1. But if you've been watching since maybe now or maybe like a season or two, put a hashtag newbie, because it'll be kind of cool to see who are some new Sister Wives fans and who are some OG fans and see where we're at. I'm kind of curious because I feel like we're getting a mix. And even with reviewers of this show, we're getting a mix of new people and people that have been watching since the beginning. And I'm loving the differences of opinion because of that. But this video, you guys, I really wanted to talk about, I guess, kind of like the elephant in the room. And we have seen many videos, many interviews, conversations surrounding this topic. And I really want to know, when is Meri Brown going to come clean about what's going on with Mykelti? We have heard Mykelti's side of the story. Mykelti wrote a whole speech out, read it off to make sure that she didn't miss any, key components that she wanted to talk about. Mykelti has told her story. Gwen has slightly mentioned some information around it. And Gwen has also talked about some bullying that Mykelti experienced growing up from the family. Peyton has also talked about it as well. And we have yet to hear Christine acknowledge anything, any of the other moms, any of the other children talk about it. And most importantly, why has Meri not addressed this? Meri, as we've seen, doesn't have the closest relationships with all of the children, and especially some of the adult children. We did see her have a falling out with Maddie, and presumably that was around the LuLaRoe business that they were connected with. We see now that Maddie is part of the Plexus system that her mom is in, which is another MLM. Also, Mykelti and Christine are all in that. But Meri, I believe, was working with Maddie when it came to LuLaRoe, and they had a falling out. And something about the older young ladies that are like the children, something about them and Meri don't go together. And as we witnessed from even the first season on up, it seemed that Meri was a little bit more focused on the modesty surrounding religion. And it seemed like there was a little bit of a target on the back of Mykelti. And I'm pretty sure we've all recognized Mykelti is attention seeking. I feel like a lot of kids would be attention seeking in this setup when there are this many siblings. And if you are not either the baby at the time, or if you are not the oldest, where people look at you as a responsible party at the time, you kind of get lost in the middle. And I think there's quite a few kids that we've recognized that kind of have gotten lost in the middle, and they really tend to be the ones that show out and need more attention because it was almost like they were a little bit dismissed. And Mykelti seems to be one of those. But I haven't heard any of the other kids really talk about some great amount of abuse from Meri that would cause them not to want to be around her, not want their children to be around her, and also make it a point to basically have her excluded from family events if the family wants you there as well. We all know, if you have not seen, Mykelti did answer the question about why was Mary not invited to Christmas at Robin's. Robin has been ambiguous. Robin did not throw Mykelti under the bus. When in this situation, if she's supposed to be Mary's bestie and have Mary's back, she probably should have told Mary exactly why, so Mary could have addressed it, which they obviously, once again, don't talk about. But Mykelti asked Robin not to invite Mary because she did not feel, as the word they used, safe around Mary, and didn't want her child around Mary as well. And because of that, Mary was not able to be at that Christmas and was not there to see Trudy or Isabel when they were visiting their dad. They decided to go with what Mykelti wanted. But Robin was not honest with Mary about why she was not invited to Christmas. We have seen Mykelti talk about this online. We've seen Peyton, Gwen, all of them have talked about this level of abuse or whatever Mykelti feels how Mary has wronged her. And Mary herself has been online making Fun Fridays or Friday with Friends videos on Instagram, posting 17 million videos about her businesses with quotes of joy and happiness. And she has yet to address what was going on with Mykelti. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if I had a business as big as Mary's seemingly is, why would you not either, number one, want to clear your own name, especially if you didn't do any of it, and there was somebody out here spreading falsehoods about you? If you do feel like maybe you didn't have the best relationship with that person, and maybe they are, looking at that as some form of maybe emotional abuse, whatever the case may be, why then would you not take acknowledgement and actually talk about the stress of polygamy, and also of infertility, which could have played a large part in Mary's behavior for emotional abuse purposes? It doesn't excuse it, but it can play a part in that. We've all seen multiple examples of how Kody was playing the wives against each other. And just like Kody lumped his children in with the mom he wasn't getting along with, I could easily see how the moms would do the same when they weren't getting along with another sister wife, is lumping those kids in with her and treating them exactly how they felt about that sister wife. And as we saw a couple episodes ago, was it a couple episodes ago? Maybe it was last episode. These episodes are running into each other. No, 2 episodes ago, when they had the breakdown of how Christmas went. And this is when Mary revealed this scenario to try to make Christine look bad, but it actually did not do that. In fact, it just made Kody look terrible. But she brings up how one Christmas holiday, right, that Kody had bought Christine a whole bunch of gifts and hadn't gotten her anything. I find it really hard to believe that Mary wasn't taking out some of the frustrations or the anger or jealousy she had towards Christine on Christine's kids. And I'll be honest with you guys, Mykelti's personality reminds me the most of Christine. And if Mary had a lot of jealousy and issues with Christine, I think that Mykelti would be a glaring reminder of that. And maybe has some of those attributes that would frustrate or make Mary the most jealous, right? Almost like I think even though Mykelti's kind of gets on my nerves, she does have a little bit of a light up the room personality. She's fun. And even growing up, we would see that they were kind of calling her the wild child and the one that they had to watch out for. And I was like, well, she had more personality. She had more personality. As my parents used to call it back in the day, you might be a little fast, right? But that doesn't mean that you were a bad child, right? But in those setups, in these very, sometimes like an evangelical circle, same thing. But these circles where you have to be not only submissive as a woman, but what's the word I'm looking for? Where you're covering up, a modest setting. You guys remember when Mary called her out and said, I want you to change your clothes, Mykelti. Like, you need to put on a different top. I don't ever want to see you in something like that again. And I'll tell you, for a young woman like myself that was busty at a young age, to be told things like that, which I was told at times, like, oh, you need to change, or, you're showing too much. You almost don't even realize that's what's happening with your body, because it happens really fast. And then it also creates some body shaming surrounding that, and a little bit of body dysmorphia when you're calling out these things about my body that are changing that I don't really have control over. And you know, the thin sisters I have can wear a tank top and nobody says anything, but when I wear one because my body is shaped differently, I'm shamed and ridiculed for it. And I could easily see that being something that happened to Mykelti, just to how her body build was then, just being naturally more maybe voluptuous and maybe her body maturing faster than other people. So I don't know, but I know that I need Meri to come clean about what happened with Mykelti. I need to know what really happened. And also, if it was physical and all these things were happening, was this happening while the cameras were rolling for TLC? Because then this would be another show, another example from TLC where there were abuses happening allegedly within the show and they just kind of kept rolling, or changed the name of the show with the Duggars and kept it rolling like nothing was going on. I don't know, you guys. I want to know. Put in the comments below. Do you guys think that Meri should go ahead and talk about the elephant in the room and in the situation between her and Mykelti? Do you think she should stay quiet like she has been? I don't know. For me, I need to hear what she has to say. But you tell me what you have to say, because that's what I really care about. I'll see you guys on the tube later. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe, hit like, share my video. Also, you guys, if you haven't checked out my new Golden Bachelor, check out my Golden Bachelor review. The show is fantastic. If you've never watched The Bachelor, I've never watched it either. This show, though, is, to me, completely different. And having an older cast is magnifique. Until next time, see you guys later on the tube. Bye.